Hello everybody, Joe Bacon Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of MUV Love Alternative. Last time, we got our new mission to tune up Sumika. Sumika double O in there with an umlaut, to differentiate from Sumika, regular with a U. Anyway, that happened. We got a big old lore dump on the different kinds of beta, which took like a third of the episode. And Takaru, I don't want to say he freaked the fuck out, but he was tweaking. So, good old Captain's like, hey, go to mental health. You're not good, bro. So we did that, and, he's like, man, actually getting help for my issues is, it works, almost like that's what it's designed to do. Wow. Anyway, so now that we're done that, we're hanging out with Sumika to talk about whatever. Just a heads up, I'm fucking exhausted. It's like 100 degrees outside, and I spent the last hour fucking doing arms at the gym. So to mitigate that and keeping my brain working, I fucking just cracked open a Bang. My first time actually having one. I know I'm a fake airman / maintainer because I never drink Bang. I'm more of a monster person. I prefer the either the pineapple or the watermelon. Those are the good flavors. But yeah, it's pretty alright, but I really just want the creatine so that way I get fucking big, dog. Anyway, enough about my personal life. So hey, it's almost Christmas, You remember what that means, don't you? Ah, come on. Don't tell me you forgot. I guess Christmas isn't much of a thing in this world, is it? Don't you remember the promise we made?
約束
Yeah, that one year, back when we were little squirts, she was bawling uncontrollably, and I didn't know what else to do. I figured if I gave her presents every year, I could be like her own personal Santa Claus. I was so sure of myself, too. I generally thought I could pull it off all by myself. I'm gonna get you something this year, I promise. I missed my chance last time, after all. Look, I get that you're flustered to be on a date with me, but you can't just forget stuff like that. What? Nobody come back? Aren't you always calling me the forgetful one? It's like I'm talking to a brick wall. Come on, Sumika. Just say something already. I don't care what. Jeez, this sounds like a lot of my Tinder dates. For those intrepid young men and women out there going on their dates, give more than one word replies. It helps to answer a question with another question about what they're talking about, so that way you can keep the conversation going. Just going like, oh, cool. That's not good. There's only so much I can do, and I don't want to be that asshole who's just talking your ear off. The meme at the guy who's at like a baseball game and he's got his arm around the girl's neck and he's like really explaining in depth, and she's just got a fucking thousand mile stare, just staring off in the distance. You don't want to be that guy either, But try. Otherwise, I'm not paying for your fucking nachos. What are we doing? Huh? Who? Don't worry, I'm right here with you. And I'm not going anywhere until you're back to your old self. Wait, that didn't come out right. But even after that, I'll still be here. You're gonna get so sick of me, just you wait. So yeah, consider yourself warned. If you don't like it, better speak up now. Last chance! I'm about to start getting sentimental here. There's no telling whether or not she and I have the same history together in this world. But I think it'll be a good place to start. No point in being choosy either. I'll just have to start listing off memories one by one. Every time I look at you, I can't help but think of the other Sumika. I know that once you're back to normal, it's going to be really disorientating for me. Just like it was when I first met this world's version of Maya and everyone else. I mean, you are this world's Sumika. It only makes sense. But unlike Maya and the others, I guess you actually knew me in this world beforehand. I wonder if you'll be happy to see me again. I mean, you must have thought I was gone for good, right? But here I am, right in front of you. If we were as inseparable here as we were in my world, I'd like to think you'd be at least a little glad. So please, Sumika, snap out of it already. I need you to come back to us. Once you do, we'll be able to make so many awesome memories together. You, me, and Kazumi. We'll just be a throuple. Wouldn't that be such a wonderful Christmas present for her? You know, you could at least give me a courtesy nod or something. I was just thinking how the childhood friend, girl next door, never wins. Is your mom hot, Sumika? You know, just another avenue of failure for you? It's like the dude who's writing all the canon dojins. He's been going for like 20 years, just writing fucking what's his face, plowing his aunt. Those are some peak dojins, you know. Support that man. That man is doing God's work. There's like 5 different continuities of that dojin. Like every couple or so they restart. You know, he'll go a couple and be like, nah, a new timeline. So you know that way you can just keep doing new things. You know, I'd want to do like canon or air for a series, but I've already read like 80% of air already, and I already know canon. 1 from watching the anime, and 2 from the Kazumatsuri book clubs. So there wouldn't be any fun in that. However, I do have like Moon and 1 fucking on my computer, so if you'd be interested in some fucking old school fucking VNs, you know, just drop a comment down below. 2 perfect matching fucking Lego pieces of dweebs. You know, Sumika, maybe you really are different. Maybe you really will remember me. You might be the only one who can. You said I was a part of you. That was the other Sumika. And you're a part of me, both in that world and in this one. Regardless of what we've been through, or where we are now, you'll always be Sumika to me. You know, I appreciate the sentiment, but you also have to realize that this is essentially a completely different person, and you gotta accept that part, you know, instead of just going with this, yeah, it's Sumika. Yes and no. That's not going to change, no matter which world we're in. Even if this body isn't your own, no one can ever take that away from you. So please, let me see you smile again. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear you say something besides how much you really want to fucking kill the beta. I need you now more than ever, and I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. I'll do whatever it takes, Sumika. You've always believed in me, and I'm not going to let you down this time. I'm going to work so hard, you'll be struggling to keep up. And if you got a problem with that, you better speak up now or forever hold your peace. you understand me? You can read my thoughts, right? Oh yeah, Sumika's... I forgot about that last time it was brought up. The 00 unit is also an Esper. Sheesh. I'm asking for a simple yes or no. Hey, why don't you hit me with your best Drill Milky punch? Really lay one on me. You know I wouldn't want you to hold back. I don't know, man. I feel like you'd want the 00 unit to hold back. Hell, go ahead and make it a Drill Milky Phantom. I'll bet even the supercharged version can't hurt me now. Ah, come on. This isn't how we're supposed to be. Why can't we just screw around like we always used to? Yes, thinking about the past. Yeah, don't remember all the things we used to do? All the things we wanted to do, but never got around to? We had so many things we wanted to do together, and we barely scratched the surface. The sky's the limit when I'm with you. We could do anything we set our minds to. It's happening again. What the hell is this? Calm down. No one's hurting you. You're fine. Sensei, you're monitoring her vital signs, right? Monitoring. I can read, I promise. Do something already. Wait right there. I'll go get the professor. What? It's okay, Sumika. I'll be right back. I'm telling you, there's nothing to what... Hey, we're making a breakthrough. Huh? Sumika, stop it! Hey, calm down! What? Oh, what the hell is going on with her? What could she possibly be picturing in her head? I have no clue what's going on. Is there nothing I can do to help her? If only Kazumi were here, she'd know what to do. Yeah, why isn't Kazumi here? Sumika! It's okay, Sumika. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere, Sumika. Oh, God, please listen to me. I'm right here with you. I'll never leave your side. Is there really nothing more I can do for her? Yeah, I'd imagine getting vivisected and essentially living afterwards. Yeah, that'd be pretty rough. That'd be pretty rough, bro. She's gone limp. Sumika? What are you seeing right now? Damn it. Why can't I do anything to help? Sumika? You're gonna be okay. Look, see? I'm right here. Once you've calmed down a bit, we can keep talking. I've got all sorts of things I want to tell you. Reading your diaries brought back a ton of memories for me, and I want to share them with you. Maybe they won't line up with your memories in this world, but I'd love for you to hear them. There's still so much I want to tell you. We've been through so much together. So I'm not giving you up. You hear me? Giving up on you. I'll never give up on you.
で、今はどうなってるの?
Yeah, not
バ
good.
イタルは安定しているみたい。
Shit's rough, Doc. Kazumi's looking after her at the moment.
だけど、随分と人間性を取り戻してきたじゃない?
Spare me the sarcasm, please. She's not even close. I mean, yes, she is. You know, it'd be pretty odd for a pure machine to experience emotional anguish. So, you know, I think we're on the right track. Just we gotta shift a couple tracks over, because this one, it ain't so good.
極めて本気なんだけど。不満そうね。一日の成果にしてはものすごい進歩よ。過去の記録は目を通したんでしょ?
I mean, it just doesn't feel like progress when all I'm doing is sitting and talking with her.
彼女があんな風に取り乱すのはあんたの前でだけなのよ。
Yeah, Kazumi said the same thing.
そう。
I really just want to help her calm down as soon as possible and get rid of all the static in her mind. I really don't think these little episodes are healthy for her. No.
それでも00ユニット起動からのこの数日間で最も人間らしい反応を示したじゃない?
You really call that human? Yeah, like I said.
ええ、そうよ。
But it seems like she's completely terrified for no reason at all. And almost crazed with grief. Yeah, almost like how you were when you saw Marimo-chan die. Almost like she probably saw you die.
レポート見たでしょ? 殺すだのなんだのって物騒なことしか言ってなかったのよ。もともとあった強い怒りや憎しみ、それに加えて恐怖や悲しみが蘇った。とんでもない進歩じゃない?
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it. But after all she's been through, I think it's only natural that those feelings are so strong. And if we can't help her deal with them, I feel like they're going to completely drown out any positive emotions she might otherwise have.
つまり、ベータとの接触がトラウマになって、一種の PTSD になっているってこと?
There's no doubt about that.
なるほど。経験者は語るってやつね。
Nope.
ところで、あんたのそれは治ったの?
We're making progress, but, you know, it takes time. We can talk about me later. Sumika comes first.
そりゃごもっと。あんたの経験が参考になるかもって思っただけよ。
No, you really can't. My treatment was on par with shock therapy, and administered completely against my will. If we put Sumika through something like that in her current condition, well, I'm not even sure we could.
まだ1日目だし、あんたの影響が出るにしてもすぐには無理でしょ?
Well, yeah, but still.
運用評価試験までに求められるのは最低限の安定性よ。そこにあるのが怒りや憎しみの感情だけだとしても、確実に制御できるようになればそれでいいわ。
Yes, I know.
とにかくその日一日、とりあえず最低限の安定性が保証されれば、また時間が稼げるわ。
Right.
彼女の心にベータを滅ぼそうという強い意志は確かに存在しているんだから、それをなくす必要はない。
Yeah, we kind of want that one.
彼女が好
Just
きだ
gotta
った
rein
絵を
it
見
in.
せるとか、歌を聴かせておくみたいな案でも、戦闘中に安定するなら何でもいいのよ。
For now, I'm just telling her everything I remember about her until I find something she reacts to.
それは結構。
Which is why I was hoping you could look into something for me.
何かしら?
I want to know how close Sumika and I were in this world.
でしょうね。
Huh? Wait, so you've already looked into it?
当たり前でしょ? あの脳が鏡住処だって分かった時に調べてるわよ。
Oh, right, of course. Okay then, please tell me what you know.
無理よ。
Why? Because it's classified?
違うわ。
Probably because there's like
この
nothing.
辺一帯の民間人は一人も生き残ってなかったのよ。その意味では京塚総長が唯一の生存者と言っていいわ。
Well then, I guess it means my parents must be long gone too. I see.
鏡住処の記録を抹消するときに調べたけど、 戸籍謄本に他人との人間関係は書いてないから追跡のしようがないわ。
Yeah, and even if you did find anything, it's not like it'd be particularly interesting. You know, it's not like city records hold important things like, oh yeah, you know, Sumika's best friend is da da da. On this date, they go da da da. It'd just be like, yeah, this is where they were born, this is where they live. Cool.
地元出身の榊、玉瀬、鎧、柏に、それにいすみ、早瀬に鈴宮たち。A01 の地元出身者や京塚総長を含め軍人軍属すべてに調査した結果、誰も加賀見澄香との接点はなかった。
Womp womp.
当然こちらの意図が察知できないよう遠曲的に調査された結果だから、精度を疑うなら本人たちに聞いてみれば。
There'd be no point. I already asked my entire squad in the previous timeline, and if Sensei wanted to hide something from me, then I'm sure she's already taken the necessary measures to keep me from finding out. But I can't see why she'd feel the need to do that, since tuning Sumika is our top priority. And Kazami's readings haven't turned up anything either, I take it?
調べさせるけど大したものはなかったはずよ。
That means she found something at least?
あるにはあるけど断片的なものしかなかったわよ。
Well, I feel like any data is relevant, so may we please hear it? But hasn't Kazami been talking to her every day since she was put into that cylinder?
今よりは多少マシだったっていう程度よ。なんて言っても精神崩壊寸前だったんだから。安定してからも会いたいとか起こしに行くとかそのレベル。ま、直接見てちょうだい。
Yes, ma'am. Doesn't sound like I'm gonna get any real information out of her. Asking Kazumi directly probably is the best solution here.
とにかく運用評価試験までになんとか体裁を整えてちょうだい。バックアップはするわ。
Okay. Oh, Kazumi! Perfect timing. Hey, Kazumi! Thanks for looking after Sumika. How was she?
何も反応がありません。
Yeah, I see. So it really is just when she's with me. Though, I'd say those episodes qualify as a bit more than a simple response.
今は眠っています。
Oh, okay. So she even sleeps like a human, huh? Though, I'm guessing there's some kind of practical function that serves too. Now, if only she could eat food like the rest of us, nobody would be able to tell the difference. And yet, while she may be eerily human in some ways, her mind's not quite there yet. Oh, right. I was going to ask Kazumi about my relationship with Sumika in this world. There may not be too much to learn, but I'll take whatever I can get. Hey, I wanted to ask you something about Sumika. I think it might make my job a little easier. You never saw anything about me in her thoughts, did you? Like, any specific memories or significant events I was a part of? You've been her friend since before she became the 00 unit, so I figured you might know a thing or two. Considering how Kazumi acted in the previous timeline, she has to know something, right?
私が見たのは
Would you tell us? Like what?
あなたの寝起き。
What else?
あなたが口を開けているところ。
We must have had at least a somewhat similar relationship then. She wouldn't have memories of me waking up if we weren't pretty close. What else?
あなたが笑っているところ。
Uh-huh.
あなたがご飯を食べているところ。
Okay, pause for a second. Don't you have anything a little less disjointed, like any actual events?
ありません。
Damn. Huh? But that doesn't make any... I don't understand. How else could she have mimicked Sumika's behavior so accurately then? She had to have been emulating what she saw in Sumika's memories, right? Could have just had a lot to go off of.
それは違います。
Huh? Oh, you just read my mind, huh? Okay then, what did I get wrong? What?
これはあなたから読み取ったスミカさんの思い出。
Huh? But wait. Does that mean You've been reading both our minds? Yes. But if that's the case, it kind of throws a wrench in my plans for how to deal with her, doesn't it? Maybe she doesn't actually have any of the same memories as me after all.
ごめんなさい。
Huh?
勝手に見てしまいました。
Well, it is kind of rude to be looking through someone else's memories without permission. That is kind of a massive invasion of privacy, but I'll forgive you.
許してください。
Forgiven.
ごめんなさい。
Ah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Not like I've got anything I'd be embarrassed for you to see anyway.
私はスミカさんの思い出がいっぱい欲しかったんです。
It's understandable to want to know more about a person you're interested in. Cosme.
私の心にいっぱいあるスミカさんの思い出はみんなバラバラです。
Bits and pieces, huh? I guess Yuko Sensei wasn't lying about that.
あなたの心にいっぱいあるスミカさんは楽しい思い出がいっぱい。だからどうしてもそれが欲しかったんです。
Gotcha.
許してください。人らしい思い出が自分のオリジナルが全くないヤシルはいつしかそれを本当の思い出だと信じ込んでいるんじゃないかしらね。だからおそらくヤシルにとって加賀美スミカはもう一人の自分なのね。
It's okay, Cosme. You don't need to apologize. Cosme identifies with Sumika's memories to the point that she's convinced they're her own. Do we know that quite yet? Kind of making some broad assumptions there. But if Cosme didn't get those memories from Sumika herself, but from me, then maybe there's no point talking to her about them after all. I want to help Sumika regain her personality ASAP. But if we don't have any memories in common, then there's no point in doing things the way we've been doing them. In fact, it might even make things worse. Her mind's already in tatters. The last thing I should do is confuse her even more.
迷ったらダメです。
Huh?
あなたはなぜこの世界にいるんですか？
Well, to beat the beta, save the world, fix the timelines. Because I came back of my own free will. I have to save Marumo-chan and Sumika and the world I messed up when I ran away. I'm here to save Sumika.
それを信じてください。
Yeah, you're right.
それだけ思える人は他にいません。
Right.
ますよ。
Hmm?
あります。
What do you mean by that?
あなたにしかできないこと
Only I can do, huh?
あります。
Thanks, Kazumi.
たくさん話してください。
That's the game plan. I will.
あなたの持っているスミカさんの思い出は楽しいものがいっぱい。
Yeah, they sure are.
だから話してあげて。
Kazumi's just as clueless as me. Neither of us know if this will work or not. But, if nothing else, I managed to make the other Sumika fall for me. That's definitely reassuring to remember. I'm gonna keep talking to this one, and try to believe that she'll warm up to me eventually.
大切ですか？
Hmm? Yeah, she is. She'll always be important to me, no matter what world she belongs to. Whether she's not around, whenever she's not around, it's like I'm missing half of my identity. That's how far we go back. She's just a part of who I am. It took a long time for me to realize that. It involved hurting a lot of people and getting hurt myself. I don't care if she doesn't feel the same way about me. I don't care if we never had that kind of relationship in this world. I want to do everything I can for her.
頑張りましょう。
Yeah, I know we will.
はい。
Be sure to rest up for tomorrow, Kazumi. I've got training in the afternoon, so I'll be a while.
はい。
I'll come down as soon as it's over. Hope you can manage on your own until then.
大丈夫です。
Well, good night.
おやすみなさい。
Ooh boy. 20th. Hey, good morning, Kazumi.
おはよう。
Do you think it'd be beneficial to bring Sumika along for these morning visits? Sleep well?
はい。
I don't even know whose name I just said. Did I say Kazumi or did I say Sumika? Whichever one it was, I meant to say Sumika. Because you're Kazumi and you're already here. So, hey, I'm going to be pretty late to... oh, wait. I told you that last night, didn't I?
はい
I guess I'm still half asleep.
バイバイ
Huh? Is that all I get today? Hey, Kazumi? Whoops. Probably should have thought of something to say before calling her name. So like... Oh, I know. Hey, so Christmas Eve's coming up on the 24th. You know what that means?
知ってます
Huh? Wait, really?
誕生日とクリスマスはプレゼントの日
Not just me. Yep, you got it. Cool. Then this will be easy to explain. Short version is, I used to give Sumika presents back in my world. So, I was thinking that doing the same thing here might help push her in the right direction. What do you think?
楽しい思い出はいいと思います
Yeah? Okay then. What do you think I should get her?
わかりません
Ah.
あげたいもの
Huh?
それが一番だと思います
Whatever I feel like giving her? You know what? She's right. Looking back on it, I never really asked Sumiko what was on her Christmas list. I'd always just picked out gifts for her on a whim. Let's see. What would I like to give her? I'm drawing a blank.
バイバイ
Okay, thanks for waking me up. See you tonight. There's a minor problem here, though. Traditionally, I've always given her my presents on Christmas Eve, but that's also the day before the assessment. If there is not enough time to start seeing results, it kind of defeats the purpose. So I probably shouldn't be too picky about the date. I'd better give it to her ASAP. But what would she like, though? Well, I guess I'll stop by the PX after class.
という国際情勢から正面装備をアメリカ製兵器主体で調達し続けることに危機感を覚えた帝国国防省は
That's fair.
1983年極秘裏に次期第3世代主力戦術機の独自開発を決定。川崎重工、富岳重工、三菱重工の3社共同計画として開始させた。当時激震のライセンス生産から第一世代機の基礎技術を習得していた各社はすでに上大将の発注で82年に髄核などの F4 改造機を開発していたが、1世代飛び越しての第3世代機開発は帝国軍の要求仕様の高さもあって装甲や手記の開発などがかなり難航した。
No wonder. Each successive generation uses totally different design concepts. The difference between the first and the third is staggering. The first generation were more like armored land vehicles than anything, but as time went on, advances in technology paved the way for more maneuverable, aerial TSFs we use today.
そこで国防省は89年、第2世代機の傑作 F15 イーグルの試験導入を開始。
F-15, also a fucking beast of a jet, which people don't realize that, like, the majority of America's aircraft are from, like, the 60s and before. Like, I'll be real, guys. Like, the planes don't change. They just fucking rewire them and fucking slap in new computers. Like, the airframe itself, we're flying shit that's, like, 80 years old. It's wild. It's wild, dog.
同機のライセンス生産をすることで
Okay, maybe not 80 years old, more like 60 years old.
独自開発可能な第3世代機の設計に着手。
So basically, we straight up stole America's ideas. Yep. Well, to be fair, I guess all innovation comes from tinkering with existing technology to keep up with modern needs. I don't see why weapons would be any different.
そして1992
As long as you buy the rights, that's fine.
1号機が帝国軍技術研究部
I'm
隊
looking at you,
に手渡され
China.
帝国初の準国産戦術機としてデビューした。
The first one, huh? But if we're being technical here, shouldn't that title go to the Fubuki? Now, the Fubuki was essentially just a souped-up F-15J created to serve as a test model for some of the technology that was being developed for the Shiranui. After the Shiranui was completed, the Fubuki was repurposed into a training model. The parts for the Shiranui weren't mass-produced until after that, so it took another 3 years to get them in circulation. Maybe I'm just being defensive, since I'm so used to the Fubuki, but I do kind of feel like it gets overlooked. Though, I suppose it makes sense not to include the prototype. And since the Fubuki is just a training model, I guess that really does make the Shiranui the first real Japanese TSF. Hey man, don't knock the training models. Like a lot of our training models that we use in the US Air Force, like other Air Forces just use those. They just fucking slap missiles and guns on them and they're like, yep, this is our fucking mainstay of our Air Force.
オルタネイティブ第4計画が日本の帝国大学案に決定し、99年にはその本拠である横浜基地への提供装備として納入が開始されている。これはオルタネイティブ計画本部の建設資金や装備、そして人員のほとんどを現地政府が提供するという通例に従ったものだ。さて、ざっとではあるが、これが我が部隊の主力装備である94式戦術歩行戦闘機白縫の大まかな開発経緯だ。
Not really. I'm just surprised the Americans allowed us to develop our own TSFs. Like Mace. Oh, I said that with a hard, fucking Midwestern accent I was trying to. I was about to say Maya. Like Maya said, the US was pretty much treating Japan like a puppet state back then. There's no way their intelligence agencies weren't aware, no matter how secret its development was.
仮想敵国だったソ連と中国が対ベータ戦で消耗してしまったことで、アメリカの国防戦略がヨーロッパ防衛にシフトしていたことが大きいだろう。
Good old American hegemony. Fucking salute to you.
73年にカシュガルに出現して以来、ベータはずっと推進し続けていたからな。特に83年当時は西ヨーロッパが主戦場になりつつあった時期でもある。
Now, don't take what I just said the wrong way. As someone who self-identifies as a globalist, I understand the importance of having other powers on the world stage. Just, in a cooperative manner, not so much willing to destroy half the world over it, but hey, let's get some trade deals going,
そのためアメリカはアジア各国には大量に兵器を渡して自力防衛させ、在外アメリカ軍はヨーロッパに移動させていたんだ。
I see.
その行動がアジア圏からのアメリカ軍完全撤退の噂を呼んで、各国は F4 や F5 といったアメリカ製戦術機を国家予算をフルに使って導入していったというわけだ。
Oh god, the F4. The Phantom, I was gonna call it a fucking hunk of junk, but it's actually still a really good aircraft. It's like if you strapped enough rockets onto a refrigerator, and it turned out to actually work pretty good. That's the F4. So the US pretty much hit the jackpot. I gotta hand it to them. They tend to cover all their bases when it comes to international strategy.
だが、その金が対ベータ兵器の開発につぎ込まれたのも事実だ。それによって生み出された兵器がベータの進行を停滞させているという現実を見れば、アメリカの利益という側面だけを強調するのは不公平だろう。カシュガルのベータが本格的な南進を開始するのが84年、東進開始は90年という時間差を考えれば、結果的にアメリカの読みは正しかったということだ。
Yeah, I guess so. There's no predicting the Beta's next moves. So, from the facts alone, you have to admit the US made a keen analysis of the situation, and their global strategy was spot on. But what if the Beta had moved both west and east at the same time? What would they have done then? Probably would have left Asia to fend for itself, I'm guessing.
他に何かあるか?
No point playing the what if games, bro. Nope, I don't think so.
では次に進むぞ。第三世代機について少し触れておく。
Okay.
一口に第三世代機といっても様々な機体が存在する。帝国軍の白縫と吹雪、帝国近衛軍の竹三日槌、 アメリカ軍のラプターにペレグリン、アベンジャー
The F-35. It's... The F-35 is a very good aircraft. It's just... general purpose, jack of all trade, master of none aircraft. Like, you know, my information on this is a couple years old, but like, say, take the F-16 for example. That aircraft is essentially pure air-to-air combat, and it fucking trounces the 35. At least it did several years ago in testing. I'm not sure how far along the 35 program has come, but I'd imagine it hasn't improved drastically from then.
ヨーロッパ連合軍のタイフーンとラファール
Hey, I saw a Typhoon the other day.
軍のジュラーブリックとベルクート
Yeah, I was flying over base, and one of our dudes was like, "Look at that! That's the sound of freedom right there." I look up. I'm like, "That's not one of ours." I'm like, one, the wings way too triangular, and the big giveaway was the Typhoon, the Eurofighter Typhoon. It has a little set of winglets in the front. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not one of ours, which is also really weird because only like 4 or 5 countries actually use the Typhoon. So I'm like, I have no idea what that thing's doing here, but whatever. You see some weird planes sometimes. So the Soviets developed their own models after evacuating to Alaska, as did the EU after being forced back to England and Greenland. Though, I'm sure they used American TSFs as a base to build off of, just like we did.
これらはすべて第三世代機ではあるが、それぞれに要求される想定任務により、その特徴も機体仕様も全く異なる。
It also looked like that Eurofighter had armament on it, which was also another head scratcher, but it could have just been training shit. I don't know. And that's for sure. Those Raptors we fought had insane cruising speeds and were difficult to spot on radar, so it's pretty clear they were designed for human versus human combat. America's clearly thinking ahead to what'll happen after the Beta are all gone.
だが、これら第三世代機に分類される機体には共通する特徴が3つある。統合情報戦術分配システムへの対応、オペレーションバイライトシステム、そして高い機動性だ。
Cool. Operation by Light essentially means they're using fiber optics to transmit signals. Speed of light faster than speed of electricity.
統合情報戦術分配システムとは、戦術機から歩兵に至るまで即時情報共有を可能とするいわゆる戦域データリンクシステムだ。
You know, it's... For getting the fastest response possible, yes, using fiber optics would be ideal. However, fiber optic cables are notoriously fragile, so in a rough and tumble unit like a TSF, I'm not 100% sure I'd want that. But what the fuck do I know? Oh, what are you even saying, Captain? I'm sorry. The Joint Tactical Information Sharing System. Okay, that's what that acronym was. Thank you.
これについては今更説明の必要はないな。
Nope. Right.
オペレーションバイライトは A 氏の操縦操作および思考統計を光信号に変換して
Hey, look at
ファイ
that.
バーケーブルを介し
See, I know stuff. I went to school. It may not have been college, but I do actually have my transcript in my desk. What even am I currently enrolled for? Avionics Fundamentals? Okay. I also have credits in air traffic control, but I'll probably never use those.
光ファイバーの採用によるメリットは高速大容量の情報伝送、小型軽量化、対電磁干渉と防火性の向上などが挙げられる。また第2世代機の特徴であるオペレーションバイワイヤの電線と比べてメンテナンス性も格段に向上している。
If you say so, Chief.
そして電線では実現できない高い対電磁干渉性は将来的に家電粒子砲が配備される際には
The only another issue you might have with fiber optics is I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this. Our jets don't really use fiber optics, so I'm not 100% positive. But I'm pretty sure fiber optics are uniplex compared to multiplex, which essentially means you can send multiple signals at the same time over a different wire. And essentially how that works is each component that's on that bus system will be keyed into a different frequency. So it will only respond to signals from the bus controller, which is essentially the brain that everything's hooked up to. If the signal is sent out at a specific frequency. Otherwise, it just ignores it all, so that way multiple signals can be flowing. I don't want to say at the same time, because it's not, but however, they're moving, the speed of electricity, which is extremely quick, so they might as well be completely simultaneous. However, with light, you just get light. You can only have one thing going at a time. What? Huh? Need high resist future. Yep. Yeah, EMI. That's bad. Shield your cables. And sometimes, even if you do shield your cables, if they're not grounded, it doesn't do anything. Particle beam cannons? You mean, we've already got them in development? Yeah, that's for the eggheads to worry about. Don't worry. Okay. But if it wasn't already being worked on, she wouldn't have mentioned it as a benefit. It's probably safe to say we'll be using them in the near future. Man, the old me would have gone total fanboy over this. It sounds like something straight out of Valgrinon. But now, all I can think about is how I sure as hell I don't envy the guys who have to test these new and unproved technologies.
オペレーションバイライト導入による小型軽量化と情報転送の高速大容量化は第3世代機最大の特徴である高い機動性にとって必要不可欠なものだ。
Also, talking about the lightweight thing, it definitely does reduce the amount of wire maintenance and the weight of total shit on the aircraft, because instead of having a bundle of cables that's like thicker than a Coke can running through the walls, you just have a single wire that's like I don't know, like 10 millimeters thick, that you can have like fucking, oh god, how many components can you have on one? Ooh, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like in the 20s, I think, or 30s. Yeah, so it definitely reduces the amount of weight on board.
また、新素材の開発によって軽量化された耐熱耐暖複合装甲と対レーザー蒸散塗膜加工技術も機体の機動性向上に大きく貢献している。重装甲の第一世代機に比べ、第二世代機は耐熱耐暖装甲を主要部に限定することで高い機動性を確保したが、第三世代機はさらに装甲そのものを軽量化し、機体各部の連動性と柔軟性、即応性や生存性を大幅に向上させた。ところで白金、貴様が訓練で使っていた吹雪には何本の腕があった？
Two? How many arms? Well, there's the two main arms, and oh yeah, there's the auxiliary arms in the blade sheaths. Do the swords and rifle mounts count too? Probably not the sword mount, but you could use the rifle mount to shoot behind you from a prone position. I guess that would count as an arm. 6 in total.
ほう、正解だ。貴様はこの辺りの座学をスキップしているのによくわかったな。
It's not that impressive. I just counted, that's all.
直接数えたのか。なるほど。貴様は整備実習に相当な力を入れて臨んだようだな。
Pilots knowing literally anything about aircraft maintenance? I doubt that. I don't think the two are related, but okay. Pretty sure anybody could sit down and count them out like that. I mean, that's a tough question. It's like on my airframe, it's like saying, how many engines are on board? You say 4, because there's 4 on the wings. However, the auxiliary power unit is also an additional engine inside the aircraft that you use on the ground to you know, get some power, because if you turn on all the hydro pumps on the ground, you'll probably overload the power cart and the plane will turn itself off, and that's bad. What are you talking about, Captain? I'm busy talking about actual aircraft. Regardless, as you said, he assesses his arms. The main arms used to wield your primary armaments, and a pair of auxiliary arms, and the sheaths and close combat daggers. Cool.
それに剣部の装甲シールドを支えるサブアームが1組、計6本だ。
Huh? Wait, they're in the shoulder armor? Like, the armor blocks on her shoulders? Tom took those off when she shot down the HSST in the previous timeline. I didn't realize there were sub-arms in there.
なんだ、変な声を出すんじゃない。
I'm sorry. It's just been I've been counting the assault cannon pylons as
な
arms.
るほど。そういう言い方も確かにできるな。
Nothing quite like semantics. I mean, you can move and fire the cannon while it's still mounted on the pylons, right? I thought that might be enough to qualify.
だがそれを言ったら跳躍ユニットを保持するアームを数に入れないのは変だろう。
Oh, you're right.
同様に腰部の装甲シールドを保持しているアームもあるぞ。
Go talk to the grease monkeys and ask them, like, what technical data has all the general references in, so that way you can peruse it and find out all these little neat nuggets of information. Huh?
それらもある意味腕には違いないが、戦術機の腕といったら機体側にその動力系が存在しないものは数えないのが通例だ。
Interesting. I guess I never realized there are arms holding those in place. I could have sworn they were firmly attached to the TSF's body.
肩や腰の装甲シールドを固定したら腕と足の可動範囲を制限してしまうからな。
God. Being a fucking hydro troop on a fucking TSF sounds like an absolute nightmare. Yeah, you're right. These things probably
各
leak
部の
like a
装甲
fucking
シールドは
sieve.
腕や足、場合によっては頭部や上半身の動きと連動してそれらに干渉しないように統合制御されているんだ。
Unless they work mainly on electronic servos, but I doubt that. That's incredible. I knew they could move around, but I didn't realize they did that much. Most of our maintenance training focused on the cockpit, so we didn't really work on any of those parts. Yeah, because they don't fucking trust you to touch them.
思考に伴う帯電圧や脳波のデータが蓄積すればするほど戦術機の動きが滑らかになっていくのはそのためだ。
I see. The more thought patterns the TSF can reference, the better it can predict your movements, which allows the armor to adjust itself preemptively in advance of your inputs. But Captain, what does the number of arms have to do with 3rd gen TSF mobility?
各世代間に腕の数の差はない。今しているのは簡単に言えば作用と反作用の話だ。
Elaborate.
戦術機の機動性に直結する機体総重量の多くを剣部装甲シールドが占めているのは知っているな。
Yes.
それほど重くて大きなものをわざわざ肩に装備する理由は主に3つある。まず第一に敵の攻撃からセンサーやコクピットなど最重要部を防護するために分厚い装甲が必要であること。
Yeah, it can be flying blind. I know that much. Statistically, more TSFs have been taken out by an upper body hit than anything else.
次にメインアームおよび上半身の運動に対するカウンターウェイトもしくはバランサーとしての機能、そして最後に重心位置を高くすることで機体の静安性を打ち消し、運動性を高めるためだ。
Right. TSFs are made to tip over easily in order to be as mobile as possible and use electronic systems to maintain stability. It's like how humans walk. Like, you lean forward like you're falling, but you just move your legs.
軽量走行材の採用によって
You can just walk with
機
your,
体総重量
you
が
know,
大幅に
standing
軽
completely
減され
straight up, but it'd feel weird.
機動性が向上したことはすでに説明したが、総重量の多くを占める剣部装甲シールドの軽量化はサブアームやメインアームを含む上半身の反応速度を飛躍的に向上させる結果となった。
I see. Now I understand why we're talking about arms.
何が分かった？言ってみろ。
Operation by light and advancements in avionics might increase a TSF's overall reaction speed, but it would all be pointless if the subarms holding those heavy shields are too slow to keep up. At a certain point, the main limbs will just be moving too fast. They'll collide with the armor and limit the TSF's range of motion. That said, making the shoulder armor any less bulky would throw off the overall weight distribution and decrease mobility, while also leaving your most vulnerable areas exposed. Same logic applies to the main limbs. Obviously, you don't want them to be too heavy, because you'd have a ton of recoil anytime you swing them.
その通りだ。貴様はいろいろと独自に調べているようだな。兵士として良い心がけだ。
Thank you very much. Though to be fair, that's only because I've got more experience with TSFs than the rest of my squad.
軽量化装甲とオペレーションバイライト、そして効率化された高出力エンジン。第3世代機の驚異的な機動性はこれらの相乗効果によってもたらされているんだ。特に新世代機は機体の重量配分がより高重心になっている。
Yeah, all the latest models have huge shoulder blocks, while the lower half is kept nice and slim. Even if you upgraded an older model to match modern specs, it just wouldn't be the same. They were never designed to have such a fundamentally top-heavy weight distribution.
貴様は先日のクーデター事件の際に実際に各世代機と戦っているだろう。
Well, I remember the Shiranuis seemed totally outmatched by the F-22s, or by the Takemikazuchis, when in close quarters, though I know piloting skill had a lot to do with it. But what really stuck with me was when an F-22 lost to a Shiranui. It was a one-on-one, and I know that can always go both ways, but I was genuinely shocked. I know how insanely powerful Raptors are, and this one was being piloted by the American unit's commander.
見たわけではないので何とも言えないが、新鋭機の性能をフルに引き出せなかったということなのかもしれないな。
Hey, I won't have you bad talking Captain Walken like
カタ
that.
ログスペックでラプタ
I
ー
mean,
は
Major, oh god, I didn't mean to mote you. I'm so sorry, Major.
A 氏の連度と機体完熟の差が出たということだろう。
Yeah, I see.
他に思い当たるのは根本的な要因だが、帝国軍とアメリカ軍の対ベータ戦略の差だな。
Interesting. What are the differences? What do you mean?
アメリカ軍の背部攻略は G 弾の運用を基本としている。
Yep.
ベータと近接戦を行うのはあくまで非常事態のみという想定だ。
That is entirely fair.
だからといって近接戦訓練を極端に軽視していることはないだろうし、その能力が著しく低いわけでもないだろう。
Yeah, but I see what you mean. The American surface pilots were pretty tough, but they didn't have any swords on them. I don't think they were expecting a melee fight.
自国内に背部が存在しないアメリカと日本では、戦術そのものや近接戦に対する英氏の切迫感に差が出るのは当然のことだ。
There's no way Japan can recover if we can't get rid of that hive, so we're gonna have to infiltrate it sooner or later. There's a high chance that any of us could get assigned to that mission. It's a pretty high chance you will be. That's reason enough for surface pilots to take their combat training incredibly seriously, especially if they've heard any rumors about the survival rates inside the hives.
そういった意識の差、アメリカ軍と我々の基本戦略の差は戦術機の装備にも現れている。
Wait, really? I didn't notice any huge difference, other than the fact they don't have melee blades.
国連軍をはじめ日本や各国の軍では突入作戦を行う部隊の戦術機には S11 という高性能爆弾が装備される。
Cool, what's that? Nice, dick bomb. S11? I'm not sure I've heard of that. Heard of it. Oh, self-destruct.
名目上では突入部隊が背部の心臓部である反応炉を破壊するための装備ということになっているが、実際には背部内の戦闘で生還の見込みがなくなったと判断した場合に使う自決用の装備だ。
That's nice. What? You're kidding, right? They seriously have self-destruct buttons?
知っての通り、背部突入作戦は極めて生還率の低い任務だ。
Always keep one for yourself.
作戦が失敗し生還不能となった兵士たちを待っている者は機体ごとベータに食い殺されるという結末だけだ。
I know that fear all too well. No, I have no right to say that. It must be 100 times worse than anything I've been through.
だが自決装置の存在がその恐怖と絶望を一瞬で消し去ることを保証してくれる。
So, you won't be dying in vain at least.
奴らの頑強な反応炉を S11 単発で破壊することはできない。だがその機能を停止させる程度の破壊力はある。反応炉にたどり着かなかったとしても S11 の爆発によって内部構造に少なからずダメージを残すはずだ。たとえ今回の作戦が失敗しても突入を繰り返すことで背部の機能を徐々に奪い、自分の死がその結果につながることを、無駄死にではないことを彼らは知っている。そして将来人類が勝利し戦友や愛する者たちが平和に暮らせるようが必ず来るのだと信じて兵士たちは背部に突入する。だから彼らは皆生還不能が確定した時点で出口ではなく最深部に向かっていくんだ。
Just go deeper.
アメリカ軍の戦術機にはそういう類の装備は一切ない。理由は繰り返しになるが、背部攻略は G 弾の使用が前提となっているからだ。
Right.
これまで何度も行われてきた突入作戦で目的を達成したものは一例もない。横浜背部攻略も結果として G 弾によるところが大きかった。
Fucking strong 1-2 punch.
そう考えればアメリカ軍の基本戦略の方が正しいと言えないこともない。
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I've definitely had the same thought before.
ただベータに勝てばよいというのであればその通りだな。だが G 弾の使用後に残るのは人が住めない焦土だけだ。
I'm pretty sure they mentioned it before, but how bad again is the fallout from a G-bomb? But don't the beta do the same thing to any land under the control?
貴様も箱根で見なかったか？理由はわからないが、ベータに占領されていた地域にも自然が残っている場合が。
At least after you take it back from the beta, it's salvageable. Actually, yeah, I did notice that.
たとえ自然がやられていても、そこにベータがいなければ不便はあっても人は住むことができる。そしていつの日か自然も回復するだろう。
Life finds a way. Right.
だが G 弾が投下された一帯は違う。
Huh?
核兵器のような放射能汚染こそないが、
Huh.
演習場や市街地を見ればわかるように。
What? But what about the trees and vegetation around the
あ
base?
れは土塁の保護と基地要員の保養という名目で植樹されたものだ。
They were? Hang on, Captain. What do you mean, under the pretense of? Are you saying there's a different reason?
詳細はわからないが、本当の目的は G 弾被爆土壌が動植物に及ぼす長期的影響の研究が目的らしい。
Fair enough.
そしてこの基地にいる私たちも当然研究の対象になっているんだ。
Yes, we are the fauna. But that would include Yuko Sensei too. She's participating in this research voluntarily?
G 弾は健康な土地を半永久的な重力異常地帯に変えてしまう。
What? Gravitational anomalies?
そしてそれが人体に及ぼす長期的影響がどういうものなのかは誰にもわからない。
Cool.
国連がアメリカの対ベータ戦略を認めない理由はこの基地が提供するデータがあるからなんだ。
Meaning the negative effects must have been so bad that they can already tell how dangerous it is from the data alone. And Yuko Sensei, the captain, and the other higher-ups are still here, fully aware of that. Has everyone on base been made aware of this information and chosen to stay and fight regardless? Probably not.
データが公表されているわけではないが、知り得る情報を組み合わせて考えれば誰でもわかることだ。
True. Every soldier knows we use G-bombs to take out the hive here, and it's been a year since then, and there's still no grass in sight. It's pretty obvious the two are related. And knowing how dead set these people are on fulfilling their duty, I guess it was a stupid question.
G 弾の使用を阻止することはオルタネイティブ4を完遂するという私たちの目的にも合致する。
Right. By preventing Alternative 5, she means. Yeah, they fucking G-bombed the fuck out of Asia before you guys launched your suicide offensive. Alternate 5's plan was to evacuate a small fraction of humanity to ensure their survival, and then bombard the ever-loving hell out of the beta with G-bombs. So yeah, she's right. Preventing that is part of our objective.
たとえ G 弾を使ってベータに勝利できても、人類にとって G 弾が第二のベータになりかねないということ。それを誰かが証明しなければならないのであれば、私たちほど好都合な存在は他にないだろう。
Right. There's no such thing as an easy way out in this world. Everyone does their duty, no matter what the personal cost. Hell, even Mrs. Kyozuka's fighting, in her own way.
私は正面ゲート前の坂にある桜並木が好きだ。重力以上で開花無理だと言われていた桜が今年の春満開になったんだ。私はその命の力に感動し、とても勇気づけられた。死の荒野となったこの地に植樹されながらたくましく根付き、花を咲かせる命の力、それは恐ろしいほど美しく、命とはとても素晴らしいものだ。だからこそ愛し守らねばならない。だが私たちは自らの命を愛しすぎてはいけない。そうでなければ他人の命を守ることなどできないからだ。
Deep.
自ら血を流すことを厭い、そこから目をそらして安全保障を他者に委ねてしまえば確かに楽にはなるだろう。だがそうなった場合、その他者にとって都合の良い状況に向かうのは当然であり、そこに乗っかった側が文句を言うことなど筋違いだ。
That sounds a lot like the relationship I had with Yuko-sensei before I ran away. My entire livelihood was dependent on her, and I didn't even realize it. All I ever did was whine about her decisions.
私にはこの地に眠る多くの御霊がそのことを伝えるために桜を咲かせたように思えてならないんだ。
Right. I remember hearing that the surface pilots who gave their lives to retake the mainland were buried beneath those trees lining the hill.
私たちはアメリカ人ではない。アメリカ以外は人が住めない土地になっても構わないという戦略では戦えない。
That's for sure. I'm not just going to condone everyone outside the borders of my country to die. Condemn everyone. I came back here to save this entire world, not just a tiny piece of it.
だからこそ日本人であり国連所属である私たち自身が自ら G 弾の危険性を証
Damn,
明
was
す
this
る
a
意味は大
fucking
きい。
Metal Gear game? Was this written by Kojima? The genius Kojumbo?
そして現状最も有効である G 弾を使わずにベータに打ち勝つ代案を全人類に提示しなければならない。
And that solution is Sumika, the 00 unit.
私たちに課せられているものの重さが分かったか？
I do.
脇道にそれすぎたな。
It most certainly was.
今から10分間休憩とする。
Roger that. Thank you very much. The captain's from this area too, if I remember right. Certainly explains why she'd feel such a strong attachment to this base and the cherry blossom trees leading up to it.
ところで、地震のほどはどうだ？
Huh? Ready for what?
午後のシミュレーター訓練だ。
Oh yeah, there was.
催眠療法の効果、一晩経って何か実感できたか？
Man, she's really persistent about this. Yeah, because it directly affects her squad's performance, so... like I said yesterday, Captain, I don't think I'll know until we put it to the test.
そうだったな。まあ、効果がなければ別の手を考えればいい。
Mm-hmm.
気楽に臨め。
Yeah, of course, but I think I'll be able to manage today.
そうか。結果が楽しみだな。
Thanks. Whether we get her in a proper working order or not, I'm still gonna have to get in a TSF and protect Sumika. So, even if the hypnotherapy didn't work, I'll have to rise to the challenge through sheer force of will. Now, what should I get her? There aren't exactly a ton of present options in this world. And what little they do have is all function over fashion. They don't sell any jewelry or knickknacks. Ugh, I'm stumped.
何がだ？
Ugh! Oh, hey, Maya! You guys already finished your mock battle?
そなたこそなんだ？何故そんなに驚くのだ？
No, you just kind of startled me, that's all. I guess I kind of got lost in thought. Oh, hey, they do actually have their wings on their uniform now. Nice.
そうか。ならばよいが。
Hey, you alright? You sound kind of upset.
いや、そのようなことはないが、声をかけただけであそこまで驚かれてはな。
Yeah, sorry about that.
うん。
What's up?
いや、元気そうで何よりだ。タイに合流したかと思えば、すぐにまた特殊任務であったからな。
Well, I'm kind of used to it. And this one I volunteered for, so I can't exactly complain.
当てつけがましく言いよって。
I can't keep letting stuff like this drag me down. Especially in front of Maya. I don't ever want her to see me act so pathetic again.
言っているそばから物憂げな顔を見せるでない。まだまだ覚悟が甘いようだな。
Look, man. It's not that. It's just... I still feel terrible about what I did to you. I can't believe what an asshole I was. I threw you down, trying to take my frustration out on you.
そのことはもう良いと言ったであろう。
Well, yeah, but I can't just pretend it didn't happen, you know?
そなた、そのようなことを考えていたのか。
Yes! Yeah, it is.
あの時の私はそなたの支えになるのであればどうなろうと構わない。
Maya.
あ、いや、そうなることを望んでいたわけではないぞ。ことの流れと次第という意味でだぞ。
Yikes, man. You could at least let me down easy, you know?
バカ者、あの状況で逃げ出された私の身にもなってみるがよいぞ。それほどにこの身は。
Whoa, 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 whoa. It was just a joke, dude. My bad. That was uncalled for.
いや、私こそ許すがよい。とにかくそういうことなのだ。
Yeah, I do.
心から覚悟を決めて臨んだことであれば、どうなろうと己が責任であるからな。
Man, you're just selfless to a fault, aren't you?
いや、正直に言えばあの時の私には他になす術がなかっただけだ。それだけだ。
Well, sorry for putting you in that corner. Yeah, I was pretty desperate myself. Oh, God, I'm embarrassed just thinking about it.
薬物の多重投与と聞いている。致し方なかろう。
Still, that doesn't excuse it
それ
any.
についてはもう十分贖罪は済んでいるであろう。
Yeah, and it hurt like hell.
とにかくもう気にするでないぞ。少なくともあの夜は何もなかったのだから。
Yeah. Well, that was a bit heavy for small talk. But I still feel really guilty about what happened, so it just keeps popping into my head. I can't help it. Although, the fact that we're able to joke about something like this, which just goes to show that we're starting to move past it, like Marmo-chan said. Someday, we'll be able to look back on all of this and laugh. So for now, I just need to keep moving forward.
タケル、時間は大丈夫なのか？
Huh? Oh, not really. Next thing on my schedule is our simulator training this afternoon, so I'm free.
では、立ち話もなんだ。茶でも。
Sure, sounds good to me. So, what were we talking about before all that?
そなたがほうけて私に驚いたことが始まりであったな。
Ah, damn. We really strayed off topic. Guess it was bothering me a lot more than I thought.
まあよい。そのうち普通に戻るであろう。
Yeah, gotta live up to the surface pilot code after all.
その通りだ。死に慣れてはならんが、背負いすぎてもならん。
That's a good rule of thumb to live by.
常に死と隣り合わせの日常で人間らしく生きていくための知恵であろうな。
I really want to push myself to start following that code as soon as possible. Even now that I've found my resolve, I still feel myself wavering from time to time. Don't worry, bud, we all do.
だからこそ強制される流儀なのであろう。
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot easier to force a smile when I'm depressed if I can chalk it up to a rule I've got to follow.
そうやって戦いに身を投じながらも徐々に笑いを見つけられるよう強くなっていけばよいのだ。あの流儀は私たちにその時間を与えてくれるはずだ。
Yeah, for sure. No matter how bad things might get, as long as you have the strength to grin and bear it, You can face that adversity head on without ever giving in to despair. I get that some people are more resilient in that regard than others, but I have a lot of respect for those who can crack a smile when the going gets rough. Wait, what were we talking about again? Ah, man, we're having trouble staying on topic.
このような雰囲気で話すのは久しぶりだからな。致し方なかろう。
Yeah, that's a good point. She's right. We haven't had a casual conversation like this since before the coup. Everything after that was kind of overshadowed by all the doom and gloom.
そもそもそなたは PX で何をしていたのだ。
Looking for Christmas presents. Oh, I was just doing some thinking, that's all.
考え事？任務絡みなら聞くわけにはいかんが、協力できることか？
Well, can't exactly tell her. I'm thinking about what to get Sumika as a Christmas present. I could just flat out tell her it's about my mission, but then I'd feel bad because that makes it sound way more serious than it really is. Nah, it's nothing super important. I'm just wondering what our squadron's gonna do for Christmas is all. I mean, we are affiliated with the UN. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some religious types on the team. And if I can spin it in a way that involves the whole unit, it'd be a lot easier to broach the topic of Christmas presents.
クリスマスか。そればかりは私に聞かれてもな。
It's fine. Japanese Christmas is an abomination anyway. I see. Well, I was about to say, I've said it before, but, you know, those videos are gone now. Japanese Christmas is just Valentine's Day too. That figures. They never planned anything for Christmas in the previous world either. It wasn't until I brought it up that they even considered it. This world doesn't have the time for frivolous stuff like that. It's actually pretty impressive how unmaterialistic people can be when it's all they've ever known. But I'm really glad we did it. Everyone had a blast setting up for it. Even Tsukiyomi-san and the three idiots helped decorate. Then Mrs. Kyosuka gave us a bunch of snacks and refreshments, including a little bit of alcohol. None of them had a clue what Christmas was like, so it kind of turned into some hybrid mess of New Year's and Tanabata decorations. Damn, this is surreal. I mean, in some artistic circles, this might even be considered an avant-garde masterpiece.
素晴らしい飾り付けだ。かすみ、センスあるぞ。じゃあ最後にこれ。この短冊に願い事を書いてみよう。あ、そんな目で見るな。俺だってそれは七夕の話だってのを知ってるぞ。あやみねのやつがローカライズとか言って。
七夕は雨です。
おう、そうそう。
So that's the same, even in this world, huh?
メイヤもさ、どうせ好きに飾るんだから別にいいだろって。俺もそう思う。
はい。
だから何か願い事書いてみな。ほら、ペン。
何でもいいんですか？
これはペンです。See, I know
何でもいい
Japanese.
ぞ。欲しいもの書いてもいいしな。あ、そうだ。お前人参好きになるように。
Looks like she didn't find that very funny.
どれどれ？
I want us to be together.
え？誰と？俺？
Looking back on it now, it's pretty clear that she must have been talking about Sumika. You're so sweet, Kazumi. But man, I'm still surprised the base commander actually let us do all that. Why? In retrospect, I guess he only allowed it because he knew Alternative 4 was about to be scrapped. Right after the party was over, we got the Alternative 5 bomb dropped on us. But that's not going to happen in this world. For the time being, at least, the Alternative 5 supporters don't have a leg to stand on. There's none of that weird tension in the air around the base. But that won't last for long unless we can beat the beta with Alternative 4. And to do that, I need to get Sumika back to normal, so she can do her job as the 00 unit. I tend to get pretty emotional when it comes to her, but now more than ever, I know it's important for me to keep calm and work through this. That's why I can finally understand Sensei's way of doing things. She's got the right idea. We have to be prepared to sacrifice anything and everything in order to beat the beta. But I will say that knowing Yuko Sensei does have a side that isn't completely inhuman is kind of a relief. She told me it's important not to completely rid myself of emotion, and even empathized with Kazumi. Not the sort of stuff I was expecting to hear from her, but kind of a pleasant surprise. She might just be trying to manipulate me, but I'd like to think it was a sign that she trusts me enough to lower her guard now. Now that I know she's been hiding that side of herself, while still volunteering to do all the dirty work, I have a lot more respect for her, even if her attitude still pisses me off. For her sake, and mine, I've got to bring Sumika back to normal, no matter what it takes. I can't afford to give up now.
つくづく思い知らされたぞ。
Huh? Snap back to reality.
話の途中で堂々と物思いにふけるとは。やはりそなたにとって私は。
That's not true, Maya. It has nothing to do with the fact that you, like... I'm pretty sure Maya doesn't have an alternative route. Oops. So maybe we're just not interested in you. That's fine. Huh?
あそこまでしておきながら逃げ出すのも道理だ。
Don't worry, there's probably plenty of you in Photon Melodies and Flowers. Huh? Oh god, I'm so sorry. What were we talking about? Ah, Sumika's present, right?
Eh?
She's like, who the fuck is Sumika? Well, she knows that Sumika's your long-lost person. Or does she in this timeline? I forget. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to ignore you. I'm really sorry.
いや、それは良いのだが。
That sounds like your follow-up with a question. How long was I spacing out for? Oh! Ugh, I'm really dropping the ball today.
スミカとは。
Okay, we have gone off
鏡
about
ス
her.
ミカのことか。
Huh? Wait, where'd that come from?
今そなたが言ったのだ。スミカと。
Ah, damn it. Yeah, I must have just slipped out when I was backpedaling.
確かそなたの幼馴染の名であったな。
Yep, that's right. Wow, you remembered that?
何か分かったのか。
Huh?
いや、そなたが戻った夜、最前線でもう会えないと信じていた人に巡り会えたと言っていたのでな。
Oh, right. Yeah, at the time, I was still convinced Sumika didn't exist in this world. I could theoretically talk about Sumika, I guess, but anything that has to do with the Double unit is highly classified information. I'm gonna have to choose my words very carefully. I don't want to compromise anyone's safety.
ああ、いや、立ち入ったことを聞くつもりはないのだ。
That's fine. You're right. I did get to see her again. If I tried to cover it up now, it'd only make her more suspicious. But that's the most I can tell her. Sooner or later, the whole unit's gonna find out, but they don't need to know yet.
そうか。
Thanks for caring. It means a lot.
本当に良かったな。そなたにとって大切な方なのであろう。
Yeah, I mean, sure, I guess you could say that.
ごまかすでない。
Huh?
あの日の夜、その者と引き離されたことを嘆いて、そなたは泣き叫んでいたぞ。
Huh, wait, when was this? Oh my god, no! I can't believe she remembered that! Ah, that's so embarrassing.
それほどの思い人に再び巡り会えたのだ。もっと素直に喜ぶがよい。
Well, sure, but I've still got a hard road ahead of me on that front.
戦時下であればそれも致し方なかろう。それすらも思いの強さで乗り越えてみせるがよいぞ。
Yeah, I think so too.
そうか。では、私はそろそろ行くとする。
Bye, Maya. Alright, sounds good. Sorry for spacing out this whole time.
気にするでない。
Maybe I should get going myself. Oh, wait. There's still plenty of time left before training. I kind of figured it must have been getting to be that time, given how suddenly Maya took off. Either that, she's just gonna take it anymore. Christmas, huh?
なあ、この薄汚いのなんだっけ？ 犬？猫？
Yeah, it's the bunny Santa you gave her.
よかった取れただけだ。
な
これはウサギさんだよ。それに薄汚いなんて言わないで。
あ、汚ねえもんは汚ねえだろ。だいたい一年中サンタってなんだそりゃ。
じゃあ新しいの買ってくれる？
俺が？なんでだよ。
そう言うと思ったよ。
まあ好きにしろ。ところで話は終わってない。鍵よ。
遅刻しちゃう。先行くね。
Ah, damn it. I wish I hadn't remembered that last part. My liver hurts just thinking about it. Santa Rabbit, huh? Maybe there's something like that I could get for her. Man, the only thing that comes to mind when I think about rabbits is Cosme's creepy stuffed animal, Mr. Bun. Ugh, I had forgotten about Mr. Bun. Wait! Did Cosme originally make Mr. Bun for Sumika? She could have gotten the idea from me, or from Sumika. Knowing Cosme's artistic prowess, it was bound to end up looking nothing like the original. She made that thing using an image she got from me. Then it's back to square one. But if she got it from Sumika, and made it specifically for her, then that means Sumika must have liked rabbits in this world too. Even if all Cosme got from her were bits and pieces of memories, she'd have a ton of memories about rabbits if they were one of her favorite animals. This could be a huge lead. As soon as training gets out, I'm going to have to ask Cosme. The only problem with this plan is how the hell would I even get a rabbit keychain or anything like that? Maybe I'd ask Yuko-sensei to find one for me? I know Chief Hiroi loves buying souvenirs on his trips overseas, and I could see someplace like America still having a pretty decent toy industry. Alright, first order of business, talk to Cosme after simulator training. You know, I actually wonder if Chief Hiroi is even still alive. I hope so, I kinda like him. He just vanished without a trace after the coup incident. He always did things his own way, and didn't hesitate to resort to shady tactics, and yet, for some reason, I can't bring myself to condone him for it. And I do hope he's alive, for Makoto's sake especially. Alright, I've got to get going. I went through hypnotherapy, so I should be fine, but I'm still pretty nervous to be back in the cockpit. If I lose it again, I might be forced out of this unit altogether, and if that happens, I wouldn't be able to protect Sumika. What the hell am I thinking? I came back to this world for a reason, didn't I? I'm gonna be just fine, damn it.
戦術機が何を主眼に置いて開発されたかは知っているな、榊。
戦術機は市街地や山岳部、特に背部内における三次元的な戦闘を主眼に開発されました。
そうだ、我ら戦術機乗りに課せられている最終的任務は背部内への突入とその制圧にある。今日からの実習は通常の作戦領域に比べ有機的連携の必要度が高い背部内での戦闘に備えるためのものだ。
Cool.
本日の協定科目における主な目的は、第一に部隊の各人が互いの癖を事前に知ること、第二に新人どもが後日搬入される実戦機の機体特性に慣れること、第三に通常行われている突入作戦の実態を新人どもが知ること。我が部隊に課せられる最終任務では複数回以上の背部突入が要求されることになる。
Yep.
A01 部隊に属する我々がこのご時世にあって目が飛び出るような贅沢や自由を許されていることを忘れるな。背部を一つ潰したぐらいでいちいち死なれては割に合わないぞ。この地球に存在する背部を全て叩き潰すまではシェードを吐きながらでも働いてもらう。各
はい。
Ma'am.
はいシミュレーター前期起動完了しました。
よし、ボールク03を準備しろ。
了解。
暴力03を準備します。
鈴宮の準備が終わったら全員登場して実習開始だ。何か質問は？
I'm gonna assume that's the name of the mission that they're loading up. Captain, are we all doing this at the same time? In the previous timeline, we can only use 2 of them at a time.
そうか。貴様は特殊任務を継続中で正規配属後のシミュレーター実習自体が初めてだったな。
We got a whole crew here fucking running them all for us, correct?
A 氏1人につき教官をはじめとする3名の補佐が必要なのは訓練協定までの話だ。
Oh, cool.
実戦部隊のシミュレーター実習は手取り足取り丁寧に指導することが目的ではない。教材は実戦を想定したオートプログラムで原則部隊行動。つまり1人死んでも協定は先に進む。
Gotcha. That's totally different from what I'm used to.
我々は実戦部隊だ。しかも困難な任務を課せられる特殊任務部隊だ。知っての通りベータとの戦いでは各兵士に高度な判断力と臨機応変な対応能力が求められる。
Right.
それを可能にするにはまず部隊の兵士全員がお互いに癖や傾向などを把握しておかなければならない。そのためには全部隊揃って訓練をする必要がある。特殊任務中の貴様であってもこの実習に参加する時間が割かれている大きな理由はただ一つ。一度も背部内戦闘を想定した訓練に参加していない者が部隊内に存在することこそが我々の安全を脅かすからだ。
That makes sense. Tuning the let's try that again. Tuning the 00 unit may be my top priority, but it's still going to be A01's job to back her up. I'm guessing we're going to have to accompany Sumika during her practical assessment. I shouldn't be wasting my time thinking about Christmas presents, because that means they're probably going to grade us on our performance too. If I can't work well with my teammates, we're going to be in deep shit. I was wondering why they'd pull me away from tuning her for this, given our tight schedule, but now I know. Yuko-sensei told me that since I'm the one with the most intel, I'm gonna have to be the one to make snap decisions and keep Sumika safe. But determination can't compensate for inexperience. No matter how strong my convictions are, or even how great my piloting skills are, there's some fights you can't just win alone. I've learned that the hard way.
敵を知り己を知らば百戦危うからず。今から約2500年前中国の春秋時代の兵法家孫武が記したとされる孫子の兵法にある言葉だ。
I'm pretty sure I have a copy of The Art of War on my bookshelf somewhere. I've never actually read it though. 2,500 years ago? Damn, that's pretty ancient.
だからといってバカにしたものではない。人間相手の戦争を前提に考えられた兵法の中でベータとの戦いにも通用する貴重な例だぞ。
Just makes our job even harder considering how little we know about the beta. Yeah, that's for sure.
ベータを知る前にまず人類の力を、そして自分の命を預ける戦友と己自身を知るところから始めるんだ。いいな。
Yes, ma'am.
はい準備完了しました。
よし、いつでも始められるようにしておけ。
了解。
さて今回の実習、理想を言えば背部内環境を再現した演習場で実機訓練を行うべきだが、そんなものはこの地球上に存在しない。
Makes sense. While the Yokohama hive's still technically functional, they pretty much gutted all the insides to make this base.
この実習で使われる教材は実際の突入作戦によって得られたデータをもとに作成されている。
So it'll be just like the real thing. Well, duh. There'd be no point to it if it wasn't.
この教材を我々は敬意を込めて暴力データと呼んでいる。それはなぜか。
I don't know why it was in Germany. Volk data.
このデータが23年前の東ヨーロッパ大反攻作戦の際、人類史上初めてベータハイブに突入した戦闘部隊によって収集されたからだ。東ヨーロッパの大反攻パレオロゴス作戦でワルシャー条約軍と NATO 連合軍が約2ヶ月の激戦の後、最大の目的であるミンスクハイブに到達した。
It's always fucking Minsk.
全ヨーロッパ連合軍を陽動にハイブ突入に成功したのがソビエト陸軍第43戦術機構師団暴力連隊だった。
I see. So Volk was the name of the regiment.
当時の突入部隊の編成は F4 装備の27個小隊に加え、戦闘車両240両、機械化歩兵500名、歩兵1800名、砲
And
兵2300名。
how many of them made it out? Wait, foot soldiers? What, were the tanks not enough? They sent infantry soldiers down into a hive?
生還できたのは記録を持ち帰った A 氏14名のみ。
Of course it was just service pilots. They don't stand a chance of surviving a hive infiltration outside of TSF, and even then, the odds are stacked against you.
F4 のエレメントが30分ごとに最新データを持って背部を脱出する手はずだった。
So, 2 TSFs left every half hour, and there were only 14 survivors. That means they only lasted 3.5 hours.
彼らは現在の我々よりもはるかに劣る装備と機体でスタブの貴重なデータを持ち帰るという全人類に貢献する大偉業を成したんだ。
And they didn't have any sort of self-destruct equipment back then either.
これらソビエト軍軍人によって示された勇気を我々は忘れてはならない。勇気は一特定国民の所有物でも伝統でもないのだからな。
Yeah, I'm not sure the European forces in charge of the diversions had a ton of casualties. I'm sure the European forces in charge of the diversions had a ton of casualties too.
現在貴様たちが実際に背部に突入することなくシミュレーターで訓練できるのはボールク連隊将兵の英雄的挺身の結果なんだ。協定が進めばいずれ横浜背部攻略時の教材にも触れるだろう。だがそれも彼らの自己犠牲なくして成功し得なかったんだ。我々英士はボールクの名を決して忘れてはならない。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊の名を貴様たちの心に刻め。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊への感謝と敬意を忘れるな。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊の勇気を忘れるな。
Ma'am.
よし、全員登場。
Roger.
鈴宮、背部の内部構造略図を表示しろ。
了解。
ボールクデータには中階層までのデータしか存在しなかったので、それ以下の階層については横浜背部の構造を参照している。
Okay, makes sense.
本実習の作戦目的は背部最深部にある反応炉を可及的速やかに破壊することだ。ミンスクと横浜での背部内におけるベータ出現率の統計と傾向段数及び平坦の限界を考慮すれば戦闘継続限界はおよそ90分。
So you really gotta fucking speed run this shit.
出現するベータをいちいち相手にしていたらあっという間に丸腰になるぞ。
Old equipment or no, all those troops at the Minsk Hive only lasted 3.5 hours. Only 14 people made it out alive. And do you expect us to make it to the reactor and destroy it in less than half that time? Now, in that case, the captain's right. It's gonna come down to quick thinking and on-the-spot decision-making as to which targets to destroy and which to evade. And in that context, the XM3 should be a really powerful asset. I guess Sensei wasn't just going along with my idea on a whim after all.
最深部に到達した際は各機に装備されている S11 を持って反応。
We're supposed to use our self-destruct devices on it? What if the beta corner you on the way out? Are we just supposed to take solace in the knowledge that they'll get caught in the blast too? I mean, I know that survival is not the top priority during infiltration missions, but if we're supposed to capture several hives in a row, well...
さっきも言ったが簡単に死ぬことは許さん。だが唯一貴様たちが死ぬことを許される場所がここだ。
一番奥だし静かでいいわね。ゆっくり眠れそう。
That's a little morbid.
今日の背部も入り口あたりはとっくに満員でしょうからね。
True enough. Most infiltration efforts never got too far past the entrance. And I'm guessing that after the Minsk operation, the beta probably reworked their defense strategies. Maybe we really couldn't have taken the Yokohama Hive without the G-bomb.
早瀬、そういう軽口は中階層を突破してからにするんだな。
あ、じゃあ
So even the Valkyries haven't made it past the middle strata, huh?
今回の実習から XM3 搭載機の起動が再現可能となっている。前の結果を下回ったら 基礎訓練から鍛え直してやるから覚悟しろよ。
Oof.
了解。
Captain, how much better is our equipment compared to what they had at Minsk? From the sounds of it, they were using fucking shit like toasters
例え
duct
ば
taped together.
F4 の性能も最新のブロック214型1機で当時の2個小隊と互角に戦えるはずだ。 OS を XM3 に換装したタイプであればそれ以上の結果になるだろう。ただしそれは数値上の比較に過ぎない。 A 氏の連度が低ければ宝の持ち腐れになることは先日の惨状を見ても明らかだ。
She's right. Specs aren't always the deciding factor. The fact that Captain Sigiri was able to take out a frickin' Raptor with just a Shiranui is proof of that. Not that the Shiranui has bad specs per se, but the F-22 was a total beast in comparison. And I'm sure Major Walken must have been a pretty accomplished pilot himself. The fact that Captain Sigiri managed to beat the Major despite the disadvantage speaks volumes about his skill as a surface pilot. Definitely knew how to get 110% out of the Shiranui, that's for sure.
補足になるが、今回は地上における陽動と支援は 100% 機能している前提で行う。当然今後条件はシビアになっていくからそのつもりでな。
Alright, so we're starting best case scenarios. Understood.
また今回は各人の能力を見るために詳細なプランは事前に指示しない。
Just
各
fucking
自
winging it?
与えられる情報と全ての状況から判断し臨機応変にやれ。
了解。
部隊編成を確認する。ストームヴァンガードは B 小隊、早瀬以下、白金、三剣、綾峰。
了解。
Understood.
ライトウィングは A 小隊、私と榊、
Yeah,
玉
that's
瀬。
that's pretty good spearhead.
了解。
レフトウィングは C 小隊、宗像以下、風間、鈴宮、柏木。
了解。
戦域管制は鈴宮注意。コールはバルキリーマム。
バルキリーマムより中隊各機、作戦開始まで360秒。兵装及び機体のチェックを開始せよ。
今回は標準的な突入戦兵装が選択されている。兵装チェックで各自与えられたポジションを再認識しろ。
了解。
Let's see here. I've got a Type 87 assault cannon on the right, a Type 92 shield on the left, 4 extra clips of 36mm ammo, and 2 for the 120mm. And we've got 2 melee blades, plus 2 knives for CQC. Yep, pretty standard equipment for a Storm Vanguard. Lieutenant Hayase, Maya, Ayamine, and me. It's plain as day what the captain is expecting from B-Flight. Suzumiya would kill to be in my shoes right now, I bet. Let's see. The wing flights have 1 TSF with a Type 92 guided missile launcher, 1 with 4 assault cannons, and another equipped with support assault cannons. The leaders are equipped similarly to us in the Vanguard.
現在の小隊編成は
Makes sense.
あくまでデータのみを参考に決めた暫定的なものだ。今回の実習中にも何度か入れ替えて適性を見ていく。だが部隊の全員が全てのポジションを水準以上にこなせることが最終目標であることに変わりはない。
Yep, know how to fill everyone's shoes, but be the best you can at your assigned role.
了解。
Understood.
白金は三剣と組め。基本は他部隊との連携だが、後方部隊の支援ばかり当てにするな。常に自分たちだけで切り開いていくことを念頭に行動しろ。いいか？
Oh, fuck.
後方に
Understood.
位置する機体が前に出た機体を常にバックアップするんだ。
Yes.
綾峰は私と組め。了解。バルキリーマムよりバルキリー1、作戦開始5秒前。
バルキリー1了解。前期起動。敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。
B 小隊は進路を切り開く。
Oh, man, look at this. Look at this fucking PS2 hallway.
立ち止まるな。常に動き続けるんだ。
了解。
Copy that. Oh shit! Oh shit! 3D backgrounds! Whoa! God damn it. Why am I so on edge right now? It's not like I can actually die in here. Maybe it's just because I haven't piloted for a while? Or maybe. No. If I was that badly traumatized by it, I wouldn't even be sitting here right now. I'm cool as a cucumber. I even forced myself to undergo hypnotherapy again. No way is this gonna get to me.
バルキリーマミより中隊各機大隊規模のベータ軍接近中1時の方向距離4500
They're coming.
バルキリー8バンデットドリフトから顔を出すタイミングで戦闘のデカブツを狙え無駄弾を使うなよ
Ah, man, I'm so tense. But hey, at least this will be a good way to confront my fears.
バルキリー8了解
I won't back
バ
down.
ルキリーマミより中
Oh,
隊
is
各
it just going on its
大
own?
規模のベータ軍接近中
have to work on my speed reading skills.
バルキリー1より前期に次ぐ H48 のシャフトから B7 のホールに抜けるミサイル攻撃を合図にブーストジャンプ以降兵器使用自由
Copy that.
B 総隊続けストームヴァンガードの名を汚すんじゃないわよ了解
Copy that.
バルキリー3よりブラストガード前期攻撃開始バルキリー8フォックス1
Oh, we're just skipping? Whew. After everything that happened, I was a little worried I'd have a hard time getting in the cockpit again, but I'm glad to see that wasn't an issue. And it looks like my beta-related trauma is under control for now. My first experience with hypnotherapy left a horrible taste in my mouth, but it was definitely the right move to do it again. And I don't think I ever would have had the nerve to go through with it if the captain hadn't forced me to. I'm glad she brought it up. Man, this world sure has developed a lot of sneaky tactics to compel people to fight, though I suppose that's to be expected. Now then, time to go ask Kazumi about that rabbit. I'm assuming she got the image from my memories, but on the off chance she read it from Sumika's mind, it would be the perfect gift idea. Well, look at you two getting along.
小指は下を通してください
Still just doing cat's cradle.
あ絡まりました
Kazumi?
ごめんなさいだけどこれしか知らないからもう一度最初からやりましょう
Sensei said Kazumi thinks of Sumika as an alter ego, but if you ask me, I'd say like there are two halves of what used to be a single person. Kazumi has no real memories of her own, unless you count all the negative ones from her time as a test subject in a laboratory. Maybe the reason she's trying to teach Sumika Cat's Cradle is because it's the only happy memory she has to work from.
ここをこうしてはいそうですそしたら親指を通して
Hmm? Is she reacting to something?
そこは違う
Huh? Hey, sweet, this is new. She never reacted to Kazumi before. This has to be a good sign. I mean, since when has she ever shown any interest in Cat's Cradle?
中指が先に
Oh, that's it. You're doing great, Sumika. Sumika? What's wrong? You put your middle finger through the hole, and then what?
もういい
Okay, that's fine. She's responding to me. And she's not even freaking out. This is great. No more what, Sumika? Sumika?
訓練もっと
Sorry, what about training?
訓練もっとする
Is she talking about service pilot training that Sensei's having her go through? This could be a touchy subject, though, since it indirectly relates to the beta. I really don't want to risk another panic attack, but I can't pass up this opportunity. Ah, come on, Sumika. Cat's Cradle is way more fun than boring old training.
あいつらを
Yep, here we go.
訓練
She's on track.
その方がいい
Now, Sumika, your training's on a set schedule, so you'll just have to be patient.
これで倒せる
Yeah, like a oh, fuck, what's it called? Grout, the fucking piano wire. Put it around their neck and No, this is just a game. It's not designed to kill anything. It's just for fun.
いらない。殺す方がいい。
What are you talking about? Playing around is way better than killing things.
殺したい。殺したい。訓練したい。
Sumika? What the hell, dude?
全部殺す。殺すよ。皆殺し。
Okay. She's responding to me, but it's all the same shit.
殺す。今すぐ皆殺し。殺す。
Ah, stop it, Sumika.
遊び嫌だ。皆殺しにする。殺すんだ。
Sumika?
急いだらダメです。
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I got carried away. I know we can't rush this. Really, I do. But I just can't stand to see her this way.
殺したい。すぐ殺したいよ。
Wanna get like we can make like a whack-a-mole machine out of a shoebox and some like toilet paper rolls and popsicle sticks. You know, you cut the holes. We can paint the toilet paper rolls to look like Beta, and you know, someone can just pop them out using the popsicle sticks, and someone can have the mallet, and we can just have fun that way.
タケルちゃん奪った。殺したい。
No, look, I'm right here. See? Come on, Sumika. Please don't do this. No, damn it! Not another panic attack. I'm sorry, Sumika. I'm so sorry. It's gonna be okay. Just calm down. Everything's gonna be just fine. See? No one's gonna hurt you. Not while I'm around.
怖い。じゃん。
It's gonna be alright. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm right here beside you. I won't let anything scary happen to you ever again.
たける。じゃあ。
Huh? Wait, is she actually talking to me?
どうしていなくなっちゃったの。
What do you mean, Sumika? I'm right here.
どうしてどうしてどうしてどうしてだよ。
Sumika?
いや、やだ。もうやめて。やめてやめてやめてやめてよ。
Well, this ain't going great. Sumika! Is there really nothing I can do for you? Do I have to just hold you like this until it subsides? Is that the only way I can help? Please, Sumika, tell me.
めちゃくちゃにしないで。お願い。しないで。
I won't. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
しないで。お願い。もうやめて。壊さないで。もう許してよ。
Sumika, please. I'm begging you.
壊さない。私を壊さないでよ。私を壊すな。
Snap out of it, Sumika.
触るな、触るな、触るな、触るな、触るな。
What am I supposed to do?
離してよ。
Sumika, please, come back to us.
離してよ。お願いだよ。お願いだから。お願いします。だからもうやめて。
Sumika.
いや。
Sumika, Well, that could have gone better. When I saw her starting to react to you, I got my hopes up. I figured it might be a good opportunity to make some progress.
急いじゃダメです。
I know, but still. Makes me wonder. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. I can't help but feel like I'm the main reason she keeps losing it. The more I talk to her, the worse these panic attacks get. Damn it.
信じてください。
Yeah, I won't.
はい。
Thanks. Still, though, after how violently she reacted today, I have to wonder if it's a good idea to give her a Christmas present at all. I mean, if she can connect something as harmless as Cat's Cradle to the beta, why would a Christmas present be any different?
喜びますよ。きっと。
You think?
スミカさん、喜びます。
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask Kazumi about Mr. Bun. I totally
ウ
spaced.
サさんですか？
Oh, right. Did you get him as a present from someone, or...?
いいえ、私がスミカさんのために作りました。
Oh yeah? I had a feeling you might have. But then, why did you keep it for yourself?
それは私が下手だから。
Not good enough. What do you mean?
何度やっても元のイメージには似なくて。スミカさんの思い出壊したくないから自分で持ってます。
Gotcha. Well, that explains that. So you did get the image for Mr. Bun from her after all.
そうですけど、よくわかりません。
What, the Santa Claus? What's that?
あなたの中に見えるもう一人の私。
Huh? Oh. Well, that's just my memories of you from the previous timeline.
知ってます。でも
That must be trippy.
私はウサさんが大好きです。
Yeah, you sure do.
でもあなたの中に見えるもう一人の私は、ウサさんを持っていない。
Huh? What do you mean?
考えすぎなんだと思います。だけど私は本当にそれがスミカさんの思い出なのかはわかりません。
I see. But you did start making him before you ever read my mind, right?
はい。
Okay then, that's good enough for me. In that case, I can at least be sure that Sumika had some sort of memory about rabbits. I don't remember Kazumi having Mr. Bun in the previous timeline either, but that might just be because we never shared a room.
そうかもしれません。ごめんなさい。はっきりしなくて。
Nah, don't apologize. It's not your...
あら、まだいたの？
Sensei, so, how's Sumiko's progress looking?
いい傾向だとは言っても、さすがに日に何度もこれじゃ量子電動脳に負荷がかかりすぎるわね。
Huh? What do you mean, several times a day?
朝から数えて今ので5回目の発作なのよ。
Owie. What? They happen even when I'm not here? So, her reacting to Kazumi earlier wasn't totally out of the blue then?
そうよ。確実に変化している証拠ね。今のところあんたはちゃんと結果を積み重ねているわ。
It doesn't really feel that way. Personally, I'm not convinced that I'm actually helping Sumika at all. If anything, it just seems to be making her more and more unstable.
バイタルデータの統計と00ユニット。失礼。彼女の発言を見る限り、その逆よ。
Speech patterns?
ベータに対する憎悪以外の言葉を口にするのはあんたがいる時だけよ。あんたがいなかった4回の発作ではベータへの憎悪だけなの。操縦訓練をするとピタッと収まるけど。
She did mention wanting to train when she first started to freak out. It's probably therapeutic to her in a sense.
とにかくあんたに任せてからは日々目覚ましい進展があるわ。この調子でやってちょうだい。
Understood.
今日はもうこのまま休止状態。ごめんなさい。寝かせるから上がっていいわよ。
You really don't need to rephrase everything like that. Just because I'm treating her like a human being doesn't mean you have to.
そう？これでも気を使ってるつもりなんだけど。
You do you, I'll do me. As long as you let me treat her like she's the real Sumika, That's good enough for me.
白がね、分かってるとは思うけど、あれは00ユニットなのよ。
Yes, I'm aware.
私は自分に都合がいい結果さえ出ればそれで構わないけど。
Look, I can't pretend I don't have feelings for her, but I'm not gonna let that get in the way of the mission. Don't worry.
そう、余計なことだったわね。
It's fine. After the way I've behaved, it makes sense that you'd have your doubts. Don't worry, I'm not gonna gum up her internal circuitry if that's what you're worrying about. The only way I can regain her trust is to keep producing results. So, I can't blame her for doubting me. After all, she's only skeptical because I've given her good reason to be.
じゃあまた明日ね。
Oh, hang on a sec.
何？
There's actually something I want to ask you about, actually.
ヤシロのリーディング報告書ならまだだけど。
No, not that. I was wondering if you could help me get my hands on a particular kind of toy.
おもちゃみたいなもの？
Well, I was kind of hoping to give Sumika a Christmas present.
なるほど。ヤシロでもソースの特定はできないか。
But since Kazumi didn't read the image from me, that means it has to be from Sumika. Since Kazumi shares Sumika's memories and tastes, the fact that she was so smitten with that stuffed toy says a lot.
なるほど。
I think that giving Sumika a replacement Santa Rabbit might invoke some really fond memories that she'd originally associated with it. I feel like that might be just what we need to break through all the sadness and hatred and get her to start feeling some positive emotions again.
あんたの言いたいことは理解できた。やってみる価値はあるわね。
Yeah, we're just throwing shit at the wall until it sticks. Ideally, I'd want to give it to her on Christmas, but that wouldn't leave any time to reap the benefits prior to the practical assessment, so I think it'll be fine to give it to her beforehand.
まあそれでも十分効果はあるでしょうけど、問題は別にあるわね。
And what's that?
ヤシロが言ってたことが実は意外に大きいんじゃないかって思うのよ。
What do you mean?
さっき話してたわよね。鏡すみかの思い出を壊すから似なかったぬいぐるみは自分で持ってるって。
Yeah.
鏡すみかと記憶や思考を共有しているヤシロがそう言ってるのよ。既製品で、しかもアメリカのセンスで作られたものがそのイメージと一致すると思う。
Oh, time to bust out the sewing kit. Oh, good point.
だとしたらあんたが作るしかない。
Huh? You expect me to make a rabbit keychain by hand?
そう。あんたが自分で思いを込めて作ったものならイメージのギャップはクリアできるはずよ。
Still, I don't even remember exactly what it looked like. Oh, wait. I can just get Cosme to show me, huh?
それにね、00ユニットはそのプレゼントを受け取ったとき、あんたをリーディングするでしょうね。
Right. Sumika has that ability too. I forgot.
白金が持っているそのプレゼントに関する記憶をあんたが関連づけてる限り読み取る。
Huh?
だから人に用意してもらったとかじゃなく、あんたが心を込めて一生懸命作ったという記憶も一緒に渡すことになる。
Ooh, I like this plan. Gotcha. Yeah, that does sound like a good idea.
材料だけはこっちで用意するわ。必要なものを言ってちょうだい。
No, I think I'll try to find them myself. It'll probably be more meaningful that way. I just need your help getting the more specific stuff, like a clasp and whatnot.
わかったわ。
Whew. God, it's freezing out there. The only material I can get in this world that's easy to work with is probably wood. You gotta carve it out of wood? Well, my ears are about to fall off, but at least I didn't come back empty-handed. This was a great idea if I say so myself. I gathered up a bunch of branches from the infamous tree on the hill behind the school. I've heard it's hard to work with live bark, so I just nabbed up the biggest branches that were scattered around it. I'm not really sure you want to work with branches. Like, you'd probably want to go with, like, some like, trunk wood, you know. This way, it'll even have some memories of my world Sumika attached to it. It's flawless, I tell you. I can reinforce the parts that need to be extra sturdy with a wire frame, and then attach the wood using emergency armor repair putty. It hardens really fast, but not so hard I can't cut it with a knife. I managed to get my hands on some sandpaper from the hangar, and I can just use the knife in my survival kit. As for coloring, well, I'll just ask the mechanics for some paint once I'm done. They probably don't have any pink, so I'll have to mix them myself. I'm just gonna recreate the image Kazumi projected to me, so it all depends on my craftsman's. Let me take a sip. I've been reading for a while, and we're just gonna start the whole paragraph over again. I'm just gonna recreate the image Kazumi projected to me, so it all depends on my craftsmanship skills. Ah, man. Never thought all that modding I did on toy cars as a kid would come in handy someday. That being said, modding stuff and making things from scratch are two completely different beasts. The fact that Kazumi couldn't get it right just puts more pressure on me. Well, I'm just gonna have to make it happen. After all, I've got plenty of branches to work with. If at first I don't succeed, and all that. I've got a mission at dawn tomorrow, so if I cut my sleeping time to 2 hours, I'll have 5 to work on this. Holy shit, bud. You're gonna be dead. I've got to finish this thing and get Sumika back to normal ASAP. Man, she's gonna love this gift. I just know it. I know I told Yuko-sensei I'm not gonna let my feelings get in the way of the mission, but honestly, it's hard to completely detach myself. Of course, this is going to help lead to humanity's victory, and my chance to restore order to the timelines. That much I'm sure of. Getting Sumika back to normal is the first step on that road. I have to do this. It's the only way she'll ever be able to function properly as the 00 unit and keep Alternative 5 supporters at bay. The only question is whether I can get her working well enough to change the skeptics' minds. If I can't convince everyone that she's our best shot at salvation, then I might really have to get my hands dirty. If it comes to that, will I be able to face up to the consequences as bravely as Her Highness did? Ugh. Well, and with that date change, I say this is a good spot to stop for today. So, once again, everybody, thank you for watching this episode, and I hope to see you guys next time for what looks like their little training mission here. Unless it's no, it's not the training mission. They're getting their new TSF. So we will see that happen next time. Thanks for watching.